The NHL offseason is fully underway, and Connor Bedard is still yet to sign an extension with the Blackhawks. So the question remains, just how much money does he want? Is he looking for a Leo Carlsson $18 million AAV offer sheet situation? I really hope not, but that could throw a wrench into things. What's going on, folks? It's LemurHawkTalk here with our brand new channel centered around talking all things Blackhawks. Now, after seeing Leo Carlsson sign an $18 million AAV extension, it has me a little worried. I am really hoping we get Connor Bedard around $13, $14, $15 million a year AAV, but seeing that extension has me pretty worried. Let's take a look at Connor Bedard and how his numbers were last year. Let's get right into here. Last year, he had 69 games played for 30 goals, 45 assists, and 75 points. By all means, it was a very good year, but he had some injury concerns, which could have had a better year, but them injuries derailed him. So just think, he was on pace with Macklin Celebrini to keep up with him in points. I think he was ahead or very close to him at the time of his injury. We can all see the hype Macklin Celebrini has been getting around his game, and I feel like Connor Bedard should be getting the same. With mentioning Leo Carlsson and his $18 million a year contract, AAV, we should take a look at these two guys' numbers and kind of compare them, since I imagine these guys are going to be compared when it comes to the contract talks. Here we go. We have some numbers between the two since entering the NHL. They're very similar in games, but Connor Bedard has 14 more goals for 75, 128, and 203 points, while at the same time Leo Carlsson has played 201 games, so they've both had a little bit of health issues, but he has 61 goals, 80 assists for 141 points. So Connor Bedard has been the far more productive player. However, Leo Carlsson is 97 plus minus difference. He is a much better plus minus player. But you have to take into account Connor Bedard has been on an awful team the last 3-4 years, or his entire career. He has been the guy just dragging this team to hopefully get a victory. He hasn't had very much help. With Leo Carlsson signing that $18 million at these numbers, you have to think Connor Bedard is at least talking about that contract during negotiations. As we can see throughout Connor Bedard's career, year after year after year, in all 3 years of his rookie deal, he just continues to get better. The only issue he's had is staying healthy, but I think it's just been freak injuries. Speaking of freak injuries, we believe he just had another freak injury from the video we saw. We haven't heard anything in reports yet. I'm still waiting to hear the news on that. But he took a spill at practice and was holding his shoulder, very reminiscent to his last time he got hurt with his other shoulder. Hopefully we get good news and all that, and there's nothing to worry about, because that could put a problem into these negotiations. The one concern I have about Bedard, and everyone has a concern, is about his size, but I worry more about the injury prone. It's been 3 freak injuries, it seems now, to hold him back. Hopefully we're done with that and the freak injuries are done. I don't think we have anything to worry about with Connor Bedard signing an offer sheet. I've heard rumors about him being offered an offer sheet and he turned it down, but I think he genuinely just wants to play on the Chicago Blackhawks, and you can't blame him. Look at what is up and coming in the system. Tons of prospects, tons of picks. Frondell, Kansterov, they're finally adding players. He's got his buddy Bowen Byram here now, who I think Bowen Byram, we're going to talk about him in a video soon. Bowen Byram is going to skyrocket some of these guys' game on the offensive end. I think he is an offensive dynamo on the back end that we haven't watched yet. Now, if Connor Bedard doesn't take an offer sheet and he sees something good from the Hawks, hopefully we can get him around, I'm guessing probably $15 million a year for 8 years. Or he might go something shorter so we can renegotiate again with the salary cap. You got to think about it this way. The salary cap has been going up exponentially every year, more than it ever has before. We're seeing unforeseen things to where free agents aren't making it to the market anymore, and these big-time players are starting to get huge paydays, as you can see from the $18 million a year from Carlsson. Huge payday. Now, I'm in the camp of, I don't really want Bedard on a contract that is short-term. I mean, we'll take it. Of course, you do anything to get him signed, but I want him long-term, locked into a deal with these Blackhawks for 7-8 years for the unforeseeable future where we don't have to worry about it, and then we just build around him. Hopefully, it gets around that 13, 14 million so we can sign guys like Frondell and Kansterov and all that as things goes on, because they got to pay Byram, which they've paid him, so we're going to have his cap hit coming in the season after this. So you're going to have 2 guys making probably almost a combined $30 million between 2 guys. So that's a decent chunk. You got to think about that. That's a good chunk of your cap, a good percentage. At first, I was worried about Byram getting that $12.5 million, but the more time goes on, I'm not upset with that contract at all. I think it's going to pan out great. I see the $18 million from Carlsson, and I'm worried about Bedard getting something like that. What if you sign something big like that and the salary cap does stall out? What are we going to do then? Then the Hawks are sitting with all that money into one guy, and the salary cap stalls out and you can't sign the other players and you got to start doing things like the 2010 Hawks and start shipping everyone out for salary cap. We don't want that. I want to see another dynasty here built around Connor Bedard, and I think his contract is pivotal to that. Very pivotal to that. Where do you see Connor Bedard's contract falling it at in the signs of money? Is he going to get 15 million AAV? Is he going to get 18 million AAV? Let me know in the comments what do you think he's going to sign for. I also want to touch in on the Leo Carlsson situation. I am very curious as to whether they're going to take the 4 picks and say, see you, Leo Carlsson, or if they're going to say, hey, we want him with that big contract. That big contract is something you really got to think about because it's going to hurt the Flyers, but it's also going to hurt the Ducks. Like, there's things they got to do to deal with that money. With Bedard looking to sign anywhere from $13 million a year to $18 million a year, there's going to be bigger expectations on him and this team. With the addition of Bowen Byram, they're going to have to be pushing towards the playoffs with this kind of money being pushed out. And if Connor Bedard stays healthy, there's a chance he could have a 100-point year. But when all is said and done, I think Connor Bedard signs an 8-year, 7-year deal worth about between 15 to 18 million. Hopefully closer to 15 million for, hey, 3 million extra you save on the books is always nice. That adds a role player. Has 20-year-old Connor Bedard showed enough to the league that he deserves to get paid $15 to $18 million a year like the top players in the league? Has he shown enough yet? Have we seen enough? Or is it just the Blackhawks buying on hope? You have to sign him. Even if it's $20 million a year, you have to match any offer that comes your way. So that's part of the reason why I'm not worried about an offer sheet. The Hawks are going to match whatever. He's our future. He is the building block of this team no matter how much money he's getting paid. We're going to live and die on the rebuild on Connor Bedard no matter what. Unless you think otherwise. If you think there's a chance to where, what money figure would you say is out there to where the Connor Bedard situation ends with an offer sheet and the Hawks not matching? I don't think there's a number you can put it out there. The max is 20.8 million. I think they'd match. It would hurt, but I think the Hawks would match. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about what Connor Bedard's contract is going to be. If you like the Blackhawks and don't want to miss any Blackhawks talk going forward, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for any videos dropping about all things Blackhawks. We're going to be talking about all of it right here. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.